all over.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was COVID. Was they spraying?
I think another type of disease strain. I thought you were noticing. But no, 97.1.
What are you waiting for? It only takes an hour for you to have your child's heart screened. Get your kid's heart checked at the Ernst Cardiovascular Center at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak. Details at 971theticket.com. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Soul by Moxie Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Tigers will look to extend their current winning streak to 4 as they clash with the Royals tonight for an opener of that weekend series in Kansas City. Jose Urquidy will take the start in Game 1 for the Tigers. Point to go with left-hander Mike Minor. Hear the game right here on The Ticket beginning at 7:50. Corey Connors owns a 2-shot lead on the field, and second-round play begins later today with the PGA Championship in South Carolina. Connors would grab the lead after carding a 5-under par 67 in yesterday's opening round.
I definitely knew in my preparation that it was possible to have a decent round out here and shoot a 500-600 par round. So kind of started the day, thinking why not me? There's birdies to be had. Just play with patience, but take advantage of opportunities when they present themselves.
In the Stanley Cup playoffs last night, Vegas beats Minnesota 5-2. Montreal stuns Toronto 2-1. Pittsburgh defeats the New York Islanders 5-4. Overtime, Florida beats Tampa Bay 6-5. Washington earns the 8th and final playoff spot in the NBA's Eastern Conference as the Wizards crushed the Indiana Pacers 142-115 last night in the second round of the league's play-in tournament. Meanwhile, Pistons forward Jeremy Grant was named last night as one of 3 finalists for the NBA's Most Improved Player Award. Also chosen as a finalist, Denver's Michael Porter Jr. and the Knicks' Julius Randle. Add the Ticket update list. I'm Tony Ortiz. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket at Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
Congratulations. You've made it to Friday, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Stoney and Jansen program with Heather Park, Greg Hargrave, the Gov, John Jansen. Good morning, everybody. Everybody good?
Glad it's Friday.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
This is, it seems like it's been a long week. There's been a lot happen all week long.
Yeah.
And with the opening and the fact that the conversation all week long has been about, do you wear face masks, do you not wear face masks, and all of that. But I think with that has come, and it seems to me, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, if you've been out and about, every single day, one of the beautiful things of the pandemic was that there was absolutely no traffic. And whether it's been the weather improving or the fact that more people are going out, and whether they're wearing masks or not, doesn't matter. They just feel more comfortable going out. Traffic has been brutal the last couple of days. Absolutely.
Oh, I haven't experienced brutal traffic, but it definitely has picked up. Right.
Maybe you should mention that.
It's been less than a year, and he's already on to the oldest bits of Detroit media. But yeah, it's like around certain areas, side streets, and like Orchard Lake Road, those areas, I have been definitely bottled up a little bit more. I'll grant you that. It's a cool thing. We'll get to the good news.
Yes.
She lifted some restrictions. Weeks, that's all good. And football again in front of 5,000 disappointed people. I know. Exactly. Is there anything worse than a disgruntled Michigan fan? I don't know. Our telephone number is 248-539-9797. All I gotta say, no Tigers last night.
Yeah.
It's just kind of relaxed. Watch the Stanley Cup playoffs.
There was a lot of scoring.
Oh, I know.
It was crazy.
Even after I went to bed, it was like Minnesota was leading 2-0 after the first period. I come in this morning and I want to find out how much they won by. They got some really Anyway, Vegas came back and won the game 5-2. The other games that I watched, somewhat, I'd flip back and forth, but I was paying close attention to most of them. Florida, the Panthers, they were the better seed than the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Battle of Florida. Florida wins 6-5 in overtime. They were down, 5-3 heading into the third period. They scored 2 goals to force overtime, and they went to basically keep the series alive 2-1. So that was really cool. Well, Tampa, I don't know, 9,000 fans they allowed in.
Yeah.
Conversely, playing in the old barn, the oldest arena in the National Hockey League, which will, I believe, I don't know if it's going to get torn down, but I know the Islanders are building a new place. I don't know where they're going to start, whether it's next year or the year after. I think it's next year. The Islanders lose to the Pittsburgh Penguins 5-4. The Penguins lead the series 2 games in 1, but that was just up and down, and great checking and things like that. And the fans were just, it was like watching old time Govs Island. Let's go Islanders. Roar. And then you go to Canada, Montreal, Toronto. Nobody. Because they are, they don't even have enough vaccines. It's a whole different topic. Our friends listening in Windsor and around are very upset by what's going on in Canada. But
Yes.
Anyway, the Canadian teams had no fans. And Montreal wins the game 2-1. The goal that won the game was incredible. Shorthanded goal by Paul Byron. But the big story of that game was John Tavares being taken off the ice in a stretcher. And when you watch, I didn't watch that part live, but I saw it between periods. I didn't realize, who was involved in the action? Good old Corey Perry. But I gotta say, it was unintentional.
Yeah.
I mean, when you watch it, because he was like kind of headed down anyway, and Perry was going so fast. He actually, in one angle, looks like he was trying to avoid Tavares, but his knee hit him in his head. The head went down. He was, taken off the ice in a stretcher. Gave the old Mike Utley thumbs up.
Yeah.
So that was good. I got, he's at the hospital right now. The preliminary reports are all he's clear-headed. I don't know how long he'll be out for, but he's got a big concussion protocol. Man, and then, we talk about complaining a lot about the unwritten rules of baseball with the La Russa stuff over the week. The unwritten rule in hockey, all right, you knocked out one of our best players, even though it was unintentional.
Yeah.
Nick Foligno, a relatively new Maple Leaf, acquired at the trade deadline. He's, him and Perry are talking. Next thing you know, boom, they're gone. And Perry really didn't want to fight. And as we all know, and Gov can attest, Corey Perry is just one of those guys. Even if, he didn't do it on purpose, he's the guy that knocks him out. They were actually friendly because they played together in the World Juniors and the Olympics and all that stuff. And Foligno and Perry didn't want to fight. He goes, all right, what the hell? They fight, everything's okay. It's like they fought because they had to, right? Because there's an unwritten rule of the code.
Yeah, it's just you got to get it in, you got to get it over with, and then you move on. That's the way that they, I don't know, let's call it mending fences by breaking fences.
But look, I love good fights in hockey, and that was a decent fight, so I'm not going to complain about it. But when it's a situation where I think everybody agreed by that, especially by that time, after they saw some replays.
Well, you thought something was brewing last night because you sent me a text, and
Yeah.
I was on the baseball field, so I responded after the game, and I'm
Right.
like, I have no clue what you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
know.
You thought, I think something was maybe gonna, oh boy, here we go again with a bad thing in hockey, and then
No, I
then
was
you
just,
backed off when once I replied.
Yeah, no, I was talking.
I called him down.
Well, no,
No.
I was just trying to tell. I forgot he was in baseball.
Corey Perry again.
Yeah, Corey Perry gets a thing, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's
And he uses the same excuse every time. Like the one against Ryan Ellis, because I went back and looked at some of his comments, and he says, well, I played with him, I know him personally. I didn't mean to hurt him. I hope he's okay. I know him personally. It's very unintentional. And you look at it, you're like, no, that one wasn't. This one, I thought was 100% very unintentional.
Yeah, he tried to avoid him.
Yeah, he did. He jumped, and in trying to avoid him is when his knee collided with his head.
Yes.
But it's just it's the
And
same old excuse.
Corey Perry is just one of those, S disturbers, and who always seems to get a key call too. One of those guys. And
He's one of those guys you want on your team,
Yes.
but then you hate him if he's not. He's laying beer.
exactly. Now I assume you thought it was unintentional. potential as well, correct?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. The problem is, that's what I was saying to John before the show. It's kind of the cry wolf mentality. Because he did it, and it was him.
Yeah.
People think it was malicious, but in this individual case, being unbiased, it wasn't. It was just an accident.
And I have to admit, when I first saw it, between periods on Hockey Night in Canada, that Perry's fighting, I didn't even realize it was Corey Perry because I still forget he's on the Canadians now.
That's weird.
Yeah, I didn't even think so, but it was, hopefully Tavares will be okay, and there should be no discipline action taken towards Corey
The
Perry.
thing I took from this is I think the Maple Leafs may be the closest thing to the Lions.
Oh, of course they are. It's not even close. They're 10 years apart.
Yeah, it's just, this is their year in some ways because you've got this Canadian division, so you think you can at least get to the conference final. You lose one of your best players at the very first game.
Right.
It just, that's
SOL, same old Leafs. Same old Leafs.
SOL.
I'll still go SOL. Same old Leafs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they haven't won since 67. Yeah, as soon as they added more than 6 teams, the Leafs went down the hill. And the Lions, as we know, have not won
They haven't gone
since
uphill.
57.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Also, last night in the NBA, in the play-in game, which is not considered a playoff game, by the way, the Wizards over the Pacers, 142 to 115. I saw before the game, Barkley said the Wizards are going to cover. They did their FanDuel or whatever.
Yeah.
The Pacers are going to take the play Pacers plus 3. He wouldn't guarantee it, but he was pretty confident.
Yeah.
They
They got smoked.
Yeah.
And didn't you mention yesterday how he loses on all his bets?
There's a lot of them.
So
Yeah.
wouldn't you just do the opposite?
Yeah, the way I used to be, absolutely. The opposite of me. Beal with 25, Westbrook 18 points and 15 assists. The final playoff spot up for grabs tonight when the Memphis Grizzlies take on the Golden State Warriors. Tigers in Kansas City. The Tigers, of course, as you know, have won 8 out of 10. 8 out of the wild card. Just joking around. For the pitching matchups, for the series for the Tigers, it's going to be Arena, Boyd, and Mize. One little thing I just looked up before the show, because we said when they were playing so horrible, yes, it's disgusting, grossed out, that they would hit a little better. Well, in the first month of the season, a little bit in March when it started, so April and March, the Tigers, as you know, did not even hit 200. They hit 199, 257 on base percentage, 602 OPS. In May, it's just 16 games, they're hitting 262, 342 on base percentage, 718 OPS. Certainly not great numbers, but obviously a lot better, and that's probably why they have a little bit better record.
Well, and I think it's obvious to see when we talk about the strength of the Tigers is their pitching.
Yeah.
And if you put even a little bit of offense, you got a shot.
Got a shot. They definitely have a shot. All right, our telephone number 248-539-9797. Still ahead on the program, our new Friday staple, the best role of thespians. This is the first time we go to the actress side. That's right, the ladies. It's Sandra Bullock. And there's a lot more than I thought originally. There's going to be some that are taken out. A lot of people say, how can you leave this one out? And there's going to be, at least in my list, I have one. Is she really that good now? I said, yeah.
Be interesting to see which ones you watched.
Yeah, I think 3 of the 4 are pretty concrete that everybody at least would consider. The other one I'm not so sure about. Heather has news coming up next.
I do. I'm going to start with the best news of the day, obviously, and tell you when things are going to open up here in Michigan. Plus, I'm going to tell you the rather interesting hairstyles that you might want to try and could probably see a lot more of this summer.
All right, can't wait for that. 97 on the ticket.
Hey, it's John Jansen here for Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Did you know that your current lease, if you're in one and you didn't get it from Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you can return it to them, and it doesn't matter where you want it. They will take your turn in on a lease. They are also looking for used vehicles. So if you're looking to upgrade your ride right now and you want to turn in your car, they want your used vehicle right now, and they're willing to pay absolute top dollar for it. So pay attention. If you've been thinking about upgrading your ride, now is the time to do it. Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is paying thousands. Told you, they're paying top dollar. They're paying thousands over Kelly Blue Book for your trade-in right right now. So go see my friends Bill, Tim, and their entire team over at Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram during the Jeep Freedom Days event. And whether you live in Orchard Lake, Walled Lake, Woodhaven, or Novi, you're just a short drive or click away from the best car buying experience you're ever going to have. For more information, check them out online at SouthfieldChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. That's SouthfieldChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. And remember, all roads and all towns lead to Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 11.5 and Tilton.
97.1 Flip Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, roads are pretty quiet as usual. No accidents or slowdowns to deal with so far. Weekend road work though scheduled I-75 northbound between 94 and the Davison. There's a closure scheduled to begin 9 o'clock tonight through the weekend. All ramps in the zone also closing, including the east and westbound 94 ramps to northbound 75 and nearby Davison ramps to northbound 75, as well as the Lodge northbound ramp to eastbound Davison. The deck route you can trust is M10 northbound to eastbound 8 Mile, back to northbound 75. I'm Michelle Penny with traffic.
Hey, journeyman bricklayers, you're building the future, but are you securing yours? You're going to be 60 before you know it, so don't wait any longer. Start building your future by joining Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Level 2. Join now, receive a $2,000 signing bonus, top pay, paid health insurance, plus a well-earned pension plan. We have dozens of journeyman positions to fill now. Visit bricklayers.org and click Join BAC. It's playoff basketball time.